Hey guys, so I just wanted to go over some of the things that I've experienced in the past and working in cybersecurity, whether it was in that or not, meaning I used to be a IT admin, and that was like one of the best times of my life because I learned so much. I did all this networking stuff. I built out servers, and this was during the time before cloud even existed. Like everyone thought of cloud. No one ever said, well, from what I remember, I used to have discussions with people back, way back, and they said, on the cloud, why would I want to put all my private information out there, right? And lo and behold, look at the organizations now and what they're doing. Everyone is on the cloud. But I think people get misinterpret what a cloud actually is and what it actually does. But anyway, I wanted to speak to you guys about uh, something really that was like affected me personally because of like the toxic work environment. And I know that term gets thrown around a lot, and you guys probably heard of, like, oh, toxic. You got a manager who's like degrading you and speaking to you very negatively, or like just impacting how you feel, and you take that home, and then you kind of like, you're stressing over it, and there are times that you don't even want to go to work because of situations like that. Well, if you ever gone through that, I've been through that. And I just wanted to share with you guys that, that's the type of like things that if I pick that up, I will try my best and do my best. I'm not ignoring it, all right? By no means am I ever ignoring it. What I did when I experienced it, and it kind of sucked because it happened so soon, like so suddenly. It took no more than 3 months before working with this person that started sinking in, right? The cursing, the abuse, right? And it wasn't just me. So I actually had comfort knowing that it was happening to other individuals, right? And when we kind of got together to speak about all this, it was like, yeah, there was a time where, and I didn't even voice what happened to me yet. And this person was telling me, I was like, hey, how do you feel about blah, blah, blah? And then it all came out, right? Because we were having like a very, like a casual one on one where it wasn't just about like, oh, I got to get this done for work. It was like, hey, um, how's everything going? That was always my way of initiating, like, going on to a deeper level with someone at work. I was like, hey, how's everything going? How do you feel about this? And how do you feel about that? I mentioned no names. I mentioned nothing. And they just came out. They were like, well, yesterday, blah, blah, blah. And they started screaming, and there's someone in the room, and someone had to close the door. I was like, wow, what happened? And they were like, it's, I don't know. It's not anything I could have done. And, so whatever the case was, the end point of all that was that this person was like, I didn't want to come to work. I wanted to call out. I spoke to my significant other, and I was just like, it's painful sometimes, right? I didn't even get a chance to explain my situation yet, and this person was going through their own issues. And then lo and behold, one became another and another. Now we know it wasn't us. It wasn't just us. That the comfort was knowing that the combination of this group was like, wow, it it's not us. It's them, or I say them, but it's this person that's doing this to us. But unfortunately, during that time, no one knew that the other person was going through this issue, including myself. So 3 months became almost a year, a little shy of a year. And I finally, and this is how I kind of started this channel because of I was like eager. right? Because I wanted to kind of document the experience as I went along. But not once have I ever mentioned this was the main reason. This was just a kickstart to this channel. And that's when I started learning about, you know what, I need to adapt. I need to better myself. I need to not stick around for nonsense like this, especially the way you get treated. You want to be the judge of that. You want to dictate how you should be treated. And if you don't want to be treated in a certain way, you have to do something about it. You can't just wait for that person to change, because that person or thing or whatever it is that you're dealing with may never change, because they're set in their mind and that's how they are. You just don't want to deal with them. And that was the beginning of my first time ever experiencing someone that negative. And I thought in the past that I actually encountered people who were really bad, but in comparison, this topped it off. This definitely topped it. Everything else in the past was like, wow. I look back at it now and I'm like, nah, that was nothing. Because I mean, being emotional during work when you're stressed or you have a project deadline or you have things coming up is normal, right? You may get a little tense and someone asks you a question. You may feel like, oh, like I'm busy right now, and you kind of throw them off to the side. That's normal. But someone coming to you and like bag, like cursing and like, what the hell are you do, like, what the f, blah blah blah, that that's where you draw the line and be like, hey, you could go to HR, you can go to your, equal opportunity employment stuff, you can talk to their supervisors. There's a lot of things you can do, but you got to be really careful with that, because you don't know who's on whose side. That's an unfortunate thing, right? So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, what was my resolution? My resolution was to leave on my own terms. I was not gonna sit around and kind of like be treated in a way where I'm required to do this and that, and you have no say. I don't care what you've done that was well performed, but I'm gonna keep nitpicking the fact that you get up and go to the bathroom every day. It's I laugh about it now, but I'm just glad I'm not dealing with that anymore. And if you guys, whoever you are, encounter things like that, you have to just say enough is enough, and you have to make your own grounds, and you have to proactively look and get the hell out. Because it's just, you have to. There's no way that you would be able to keep your sanity by staying any longer than you should. All right, so that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys, and hopefully this opens up new avenues for discussion, on this channel as well. Or comment below. Let me know. Have you ever been in a situation like this? Because it's hard. And what did you do about it? And what was the outcome? All right. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.